Hello friends, in our previous lecture we have discussed about a multiple bar diagram which has decimal places. In that we need a compulsorily 10 line graphs and we have understood the things that how to show the points, what gap is to be taken. Now today we are seeing again a new type of graph, that is simple divided bar diagram. In that bars will be drawn on the basis of totals. Bars will be drawn on the basis of totals given in the question. So friends, here the basic difference between the previous questions and this question is that in all such questions no total was given, and in these questions totals are mentioned. So on the basis of this total we will draw only two graphs, because two characteristics will be given, and on that total base we will draw the graphs. Now where to draw the lines? For that a calculation for split up line means where to draw the lines will be there. Now I may explain what is the basic reason for giving the total and what is the reason for not giving the total in the previous types of questions. In these types of sum, the reason for giving the total is simple, that in such type of questions interrelated data is given or sub data is given. So when sub data is given, it is always presented through divided bar diagrams, so that comparisons becomes easy for us. And also in such type of graphs, comparing to the previous graph, there only simply information is given and we need to arrange it, nothing else if we want to do. And in this type of graphs no arrangement is required, but calculation for split up line is required because it differentiates the graphs. Okay, so let us write about it. So everyone will write simple divided bar diagram. In that when interrelated or some data is given, then simple divided bar diagram is to be used. Next, here totals will be given for the data, comma, based on these totals two different bars. Friends, I am clearing two different bars, not two adjacent. Adjacent means together, but two different bars are to be drawn considering sum. Next, for showing information of sub data, comma, calculation for split up line is. Friends, let us see the points again. When interrelated or sub data is given, then simple divided bar diagram is to be used. For that, when total will be given for the data, based on these totals two different bars are drawn considering sub data. For showing the information of sub data, calculation for split up line is required. Now we will see in the book what they are writing. Page number 47 has that thing. Simple divided bar diagram. If the data related to different place, things or times consist of several mutually related sub data on different components are presented on the bar diagram, by dividing it in accordance with the sub data, then the diagram obtained is called simple divided bar diagram. Example is not required. Now in the last line, in short, when the total is given, simple divided bar diagram is used for representing interrelated sub data. Now you can see the illustration 27. Totals are given and a calculation for split up line is done by writing these particulars and writing these expense and split up line using the totals. And you can see on page number 48, two different bars are used according to split up line. They are representing this data. So friends, we will also do these things which we have in our exercise question number 2.3. I am reading. Information regarding the age of persons living in two different regions is as under. Present it by using an appropriate diagram. Again they are writing appropriate diagram. So totals are given. So we should draw simple divided bar diagram. Percentage divided bar diagram will be always cleared. Question number 6 is about that only, but that we will do today. Tomorrow. Today we will only see this simple divided bar diagram. We will see one topic. Otherwise we will get confused that whenever what to be used. Okay friends. Now for this thing, first of all we will write. This is to be written in your fair book. Now the thing which I am writing is to be written in a graph book. Okay? Yes. So in our graph book, we will write exercise 2.3 sum number 5. First we will write the data. Age, region A, region B. Less than 15, child, 480, 350. Then 15 to 35 are young, that are 360 to 50. 35 to 60 are adult, that is 240 and 200. More than 60 are old, 120, 200, total 1200, 1000. Friends, this is about the data which is given in the question. Below to it, we will write as totals are given, comma, we will represent the data through simple divided bar diagram. Simple divided bar diagram. As the totals are given, we will represent the data through simple divided bar diagram. After that, calculation for split up line. For that, we are drawing the columns. The first column is X, these are horizontally, we will represent it as vertically. Now here the region A, number of persons, these are number of persons. Then split up line, this space is required. Then region B, again the same thing, number of persons, split up line. Then here I will write the data. Less than 15 are child, 15 to 35 young, 35 to 60 adult, more than 60 are old, and finally total. Now I will draw the lines. Here we require more space. So these are the lines required. Horizontal lines also. Okay. Now we are writing the data. Here totals are not required. Okay, 480, 360, 240, 120, 12, 350, 250, 200, 200, 1000. Okay friends, now we are starting with the total, that is 1200. We will subtract each value minus first value 480, we will get 720. After that, take this value down, 720, subtract this thing, minus 360 is 360 itself. Take 360 down, 360 minus 240, which is 120. In the textbook now they are not showing anything because here and here are same, so it will be 0. Still we need to show 120 minus 120 is 0. We should check that if 0 doesn't come, then we will have made some mistake. Okay, here start with 1000 minus the first value 350 is 650. Take 650 down, minus 250 is 400. Take 400 down, minus 200 is 200. And last 200 minus 200 is 0. Friends, now an important thing which is to be remembered, that first bar should be drawn of 1200, second bar is to be drawn of 1000. Now what you will do? Now you will draw the first line at 720, second at 360, third at 120, so directly it will touch 0. Here first line at 650, next at 400, next at 200, so it will touch the line at 0. Friends, one more thing is that what scale we will take here, what difference of scale we will take. These all are such values relating to 100 and also the total 1200. So we will keep a gap of 100, 100. So we will draw till 1200 and each value will be considered. Okay, now we are drawing the graph. Okay, so now the graph will be drawn. Now first I am drawing the axis. First line, first box itself. This is y-axis. we are showing number of persons here, and again first line itself, this is x-axis, here it is 0. We are showing both region here. Again 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, 1100, 12. Yes. Now what I am telling is that first scale we have decided here as 1 centimeter 1000. Only 2 bars will be there. So in one line if you draw 2 bars, then this graph will be empty. So whenever we are having simple divided or percentage divided diagram, we will keep a space of 3 centimeter plus we will draw a bar of 3 centimeter. Not simply we are drawing a bar of 1 centimeter. Here we will draw a bar of 3 centimeter. So what you will do? Not the first box, not the second, directly at the third. Okay, so you will leave 3 boxes and you will draw a graph, a bar. 3 boxes are left, and again this bar is also for 3 boxes. So it will be little bit big. This bar is also for 3 boxes, but it is not straight. Yes, friends. Let me make it straight. Yes, now it is somewhat looking straight. Okay. Again 3 boxes here, 3 boxes of bar. Again leave 3 boxes and again draw a bar of 1000 because region B is of 1000. As I am daily sending the samples of the graphs, you can look from that also if you are getting confused. 3, then 3 box here, 3 box here, 3 box left will be there. Okay, little bit straight. Is 1200. Okay, 1200 is somewhat new because I need space to write the headings also. Now friends, region A, region B. Talking about region A, looking at our calculation of split up line, first bar was of 1200 and the first split up line is at 720. 720. So where it is, so between 700 and 800 you are having a 10 lines. So 720 means the second line of 700. After 700 the second line, a split up line is shown. Okay. After that 360. Not I am looking from the book, I am looking my calculation only. See, first split up line was 1200 minus 480, so 720. So this is 720. Next split up line is 720 minus 360 is 360. So between 300 and 400, 360 comes as the 6th line. So 300 and 6th line, there it will come 360. Next split up line will be 360 minus 240. Next split will be from 360 minus 240, that is 120. 100 and second line, 100 second line will be 120. So now you can see lines are 3 but difference is 4. These are what are the names? These are less than 15, yeah, child. These are 15 to 35 young, 35 to 60 adult, and more than 60 are old. In such a way you treat. Again here also total is 1000. First split up line 1000 minus 350 is 650. So between 600 and 700 in the middlemost 5th line you will draw a line that is of 650. Then after that 650 minus 250 is exactly 400. So you will draw a line of 400. Then 400 minus 200 is exactly 200. So you will draw a line of 2. Now friends, in multiple bar diagram we had only 2 types. So one will be empty and one will be with lines. but here there are 4 types. So how you will show these 4 types? Don't sketch it, do as I am doing. Okay, so let me keep the first type as this types of lines, straight lines. Draw straight lines with your pencils and using scale. Okay, then next, second type will be of this type. This is the second type of design. This was the first type of design. Now this is second type of design. First type, second type, the board should be same. Now the third type, bubbles. Do it with a free hand only, no problem. Here also. Write 0, 0, 0. Okay, so this is a design. And let's keep last type as empty. So first type is straight lines, second type is just a cross check X, third types are bubbles, last type is empty. Yes. Now we need heading. Space is somewhat less, but I will adjust, I will manage. Diagram showing information about what? Age of persons. Age of persons living in 2 different regions through simple divided bar diagram. Yes, diagram showing information about age of persons living in 2 different regions through simple divided bar diagram. Then we need scale. X-axis. Now not 1 centimeter, it is 3 centimeter. 3 centimeter is equals to regions. Here also 3 centimeter is equals to regions. Y-axis. 1 centimeter is equals to 100 age not but 100 persons. Now we need to show these designs that what does this design means. So leave one box, then highlight a box. Then again leave one box, then highlight a box. Again leave one box, highlight a box. Again leave one box, highlight a box. Now first do the highlights. Our first highlight are straight lines. Our first highlights are straight lines. Our second highlights is just a cross. Our third highlights are bubbles. Our fourth highlight is empty. So first highlight shows people less than 15. They are child. Cross shows 15 to 35. They are young. Bubbles shows 35 to 60. They are adult. And empty shows more than 60. They are old. So friends, that's all with this graph. Again we will see what is the difference between both graphs, simple divided and previous graphs. Previous graphs just you were drawing the bar and you were showing the information. Multiple bar diagrams are adjacent to each other, so one will be with design, one will be with not be design. This simple divided and percentage divided considers the sum data of information, means only 2 characteristics, so 2 bars which totals, here is 1200, here it is 1000. Then we have calculation for split up line for differentiating what space will be taken by them. Then we will draw the bars, draw this, and then we will design differently. For first type, it is not compulsory lines, but lines are good. Second type, a cross. Third type are bubbles. Fourth type remain empty. Then we will write the heading, we will write the scale. Normally every time scale is taken as 3 centimeter only. Then show these denotions. These are also important. These notations or denotions are also important. If you are not doing this, then you will lose the marks also. Okay, on y-axis we have number of persons, on x-axis we have region. Okay, so that's all with the simple divided bar diagram. This is over. In our next session we are going to take percentage divided bar diagram. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.